Welcome back to the Detroit Tigers franchise on MLB the Show. We've got playoff baseball coming your way with the Angels hosting the Tigers in Game 1 of the ALDS. You see the brackets there. In the National League, each series is split at one game apiece. And in the American League, the other half of the bracket has Tampa up by one game over the Cleveland Indians. We're going out to Angel Stadium in Anaheim, where the Tigers are going to take on the Angels in Game 1 of the 2023 ALDS. It is coming your way. Here we go, playoff baseball on MLB the Show, and the Tigers looking to make yet another run towards the World Series that they've been chasing since 1984, and it all starts right here, and it comes down to some star power. As you can see, Aaron Judge has been a huge acquisition for the Tigers. Jordan Balazovic was a free agent acquisition they made at the beginning of this franchise series, and he is on the hill today as the ace for the Tigers, squaring off with Griffin Canning, the young right-hander for the Angels. And here we go. It is Game 1 of the ALDS coming up. As we mentioned, it is Griffin Canning on the hill for the Angels. Now, he had a rough season this year for the Angels, just 9-9 and a 5.34 ERA, so an interesting start in terms of throwing him out there for Game 1 of the series, but nonetheless, he's got the ball, and things are going to start off well as he's going to induce a routine grounder from Les Dalevsky, and now we'll take a look at the Tigers lineup as it's Dalevsky in center, Stewart DHing, Kohler at first, Aaron Judge in right, Santana in left, Gonzalez at second, Noisy at third, Davey Grullon behind the dish, and Nico Goodrum playing shortstop. Next batter is Kristen Stewart. 3-2 pitch was a curveball that he just could not pull the trigger on. He's down on strikes, and then it's Bert Kohler swinging at a nice back foot slider there for the final out of the inning, and it's a great start for Griffin Canning. Jordan Balazovic is going to get the ball for the Tigers. He went 16-10 this year. His whip was 1.23, which was among the league leaders in that category. 214 and a third innings of work and a 3.82 ERA. First pitch of the game, he's just trying to get one over, and Fletcher says we're not having any of that. He ambushes this one, takes it into right center for a base hit. Then it's Jesse Winker, chops one to the right side. Heads up play by Gonzalez where he saw Fletcher had to kind of hesitate there. Goes to second and gets the lead runner, and now with one away, it's Anthony Rendon chasing one way off the plate there for the second out. Then the dangerous Mike Trout chops one to the left side. Goodrum with the backhand and then turns and fires to second to end the inning, and we are scoreless after one. Aaron Judge going to start things off in the second inning as he watches ball 4 high, and it's a 4-pitch walk to start the inning. And now Domingo Santana is late on a fastball in on his hands. He's down on strikes. Third K for Canning. Then it's Marwin Gonzalez, chops one over the leaping try at first base. Judge is going to go from first to third, and now runners on the corners, just one away here in the inning and an opportunity for the Tigers. Sheldon Noisy, though, swings and misses a slider on the outside corner and down on strikes for the second out. Now 4 Ks for Canning. Then it's Davey Grullon, gets a hanging curveball and goes back up the middle for a 2-out RBI single, and the Tigers lead this thing 1-0. Now Nico Goodrum steps in. He is jammed on a fastball in off the plate, and he's going to be retired there as Rendon corrals that one. But the Tigers have taken the lead. It is 1-0 after an inning and a half here in Anaheim. Starting off the inning in the second is Joe Adell taking one into the right center field gap, going all the way to the wall. An easy stand-up double for him, and the Angels are in business with an opportunity to tie this thing up. Next batter is Justin Upton, and he rips one into left center field. Misplayed by Santana, and Upton's going to turn and head for second. It's going to be an RBI single and an E7, so now another runner in scoring position. Still nobody out, and this game is tied at 1. Now one away as their changeup down in the dirt gets Faze swinging. Then it's Ryan Burke, chops one to the right side. Balazovic, though, misplays it, and that's going to go down as an infield single. Now runners on the corners with one away for Roberto Perez. He chases a slider down and away out of the zone. That's the second out, and third K for Balazovic. Then it's David Fletcher, a 1-0 pitch. Kind of jams him. He lifts a flare into shallow center, and Dalevsky gets to it for the final out of the inning. And now after 2 innings, we are tied at 1. On to the top of the third, it's Les Delevsky late on a fastball inside. He's down on strikes. Then Kristen Stewart lifts one into left field where the shift is going to hurt Anaheim here, as that ball is going to go all the way to the wall, and it's a stand-up double for Stewart with 1 away in the inning. That brings up Bert Kohler. That slider down and in gets him again for the 2nd out of the inning here, and 6th strikeout for Canning already. Then Aaron Judge late on a fastball and make it 7 Ks for Griffin Canning through 3 innings of work, as he is missing some bats at the moment. Now on to the bottom of the third. It's another leadoff base hit, as that one's going up the middle. That brings up Anthony Rendon. He lifts one into center field that Delevsky is going to get to for the 1st out. And now Mike Trout coming up with 1 away, and it's a 1-0 slider away. He takes that into right field. It's going to make it 1st and 2nd now with 1 out, and Joe Adell coming up. He's late on a fastball for the 2nd out of the inning, and a big strikeout there. 4th K for Balazovic. And now it's up to Justin Upton, and he is frozen on that same fastball up and in, and Balazovic has worked his way out of trouble yet again. On to the 4th, Domingo Santana, swing and a miss, down on strikes. Now 8 Ks for Griffin Canning, just 1 out into the 4th inning. Next batter is Marwin Gonzalez, and the shift again hurting the Angels, as that one is not only just past where the third baseman would have been, but all the way to the wall, and it's a 1-out double for Marwin Gonzalez. 2 away in the inning. It's Davey Grion going back up the middle for another 2-out single, but this time Mike Trout with the throw to the plate that is going to nail Marwin Gonzalez for the final out of the inning, and we stay tied at 1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Balazovic back to work. He gets Faze swinging again now. That changeup has got him twice, and then it's Ryan Burke. He chops one back up the middle. Looked like Balazovic had a chance to field that, but lets it go, and it's up the middle for a 1-out single. Now it's David Fletcher with 2 away. Lifts one into left field. That ball was a hanger, but he lifts one, and Santana is going to handle that for the final out of the inning. But the Tigers have seen a lot of traffic on the bases with Balazovic on the hill, so we'll keep an eye on that as things unfold. On to the top of the 5th, first batter, Nico Goodrum. A nice play there from the shortstop. So this time the shift works, and it's 1 away. Then Kristen Stewart with 2 down just chops one over to the right side. Easy play as he steps on the bag. And halfway home, we are tied at 1 here in Anaheim. Now the bottom of the 5th, Jesse Winker starts off the inning. Diving stop from Kohler. Balazovic over to cover, and finally Balazovic able to get an out to start an inning. But now with 2 away, it's Mike Trout gets a hanging slider, and Les Delevsky in center field did not even budge on that ball other than to just kind of turn and watch it fly over his head and well over the center field wall. First homer of the of the postseason for Mike Trout, 429 feet, and the Angels now out in front 2-1. Next batter is Upton. He rips this one to the left side, but it is handled for the final out of the inning. But Mike Trout has put his Angels out in front 2-1. And now we go to the 6th, where Jacob Barnes is going to come on in relief for the Angels. The hard-throwing right-hander stands at 6'2", 220 pounds, and a 31-year-old looking to hang on to the lead here for the Tigers. But Aaron Judge says that's not going to happen, especially when you throw a sinker right down the middle. That ball is a no-doubter to left field, and Judge has tied this thing at 1, 412 feet. As the off-season free agent acquisition is making his presence felt here in Game 1 of the ALDS, and we are now tied at 2 here in Anaheim. Another look at the swing here, and he knew this one was gone the moment it left the bat. No question about that one, and again, tied at 2. 2 batters later, it's Marwin Gonzalez going into right center field. Another double for him, as that one's going to go all the way to the wall, and he is into second with 2 away. Now Sheldon Noisy with a chance with 2 down, and it's a 2-1 pitch that he takes into right field, and Marwin Gonzalez is going to have to hold at third. Made a big turn, but thought better of it. Now runners on the corners, 2 away, and Davey Grion with another opportunity with 2 down. He hits this one deep to left center field. Trout going back, and he is going to get to this one just shy of the track for the final out of the inning. But Aaron Judge has tied this thing at 2. We go to the bottom of the 6th, and the Angels trying to get back out in front here, and it's Balazovic going back to work. First batter of the inning is Justin Upton, and another leadoff base hit for the Angels as Balazovic has been pitching from the stretch virtually the entire game. Now with one away, it's Ryan Burke taking one through the left side past the diving try from Noisy, and that is going to do it for Jordan Balazovic. He goes just 5 1/3, has surrendered 10 hits, and is responsible for the runners on base as Santiago Carvajal is going to come on and try and pitch his way out of trouble here. 6'5", 233 pounds. The 21-year-old pitched well for the Tigers this year. And the first batter he faces is Roberto Perez, who hits the ball to Bert Kohler, and they go 3-6-3 to end the inning, and the Tigers escape danger yet again. Now after 6, it is 2-2, and Nico Goodrum due up for the Tigers. Kenyon Middleton on in relief now for the Angels. He was very good for Anaheim this year. With one away, it's Bert Kohler. Takes one into right center field. That ball's going to go most of the way to the wall. It's cut off by Trout, but not before Daleski able to easily get into second with a double. Next batter is Kristen Stewart. He's going shopping at the gap. Daleski kind of made sure it was getting down, but with his speed, he's going to score without too much trouble. And the Tigers now out in front, 3-2. So Middleton on in relief and immediately surrenders the lead. There's Bert Kohler taking one into deep center field. That would stay in the park and be caught. That's the second out as Stewart holds at second. Then it's Aaron Judge up the middle with 2 outs, and that ball is through for a base hit, and the free agent acquisition again making his presence felt as he's now driven in a couple of runs, and it's now 4-2. They're not done yet as Domingo Santana takes one into right. Now Scott Alexander, the veteran lefty, going to come on in relief here. He stands at 6'2", 195 pounds, 33 years of age. And they need him to pitch his way out of trouble here as he does so, getting Marwin Gonzalez twisted up on a slider in on his hands. But the Tigers have taken the lead as we head to the stretch. It is 4-2, top of the order, due up for Anaheim, and certainly a big opportunity for them. But unfortunately, I screwed up and somehow did not record the end of the game. So apologies there. We ended up going on to win that by the score of 4-2, and then in Game 2 simulated and won that as well, and decided to go ahead and just sim Game 3, hoping that we could just kind of win our way through without having to play again, and we did so. So we swept Anaheim. Tampa Bay ended up beating Cleveland by a 3-2 margin, and then in the National League, it's the Dodgers and Brewers that will square off in that series. But again, apologies for the recording mishap there, but in any case, we are going to jump right back into some more action as we head now to Tampa Bay to take on the Rays in the ALCS. You see in the National League, it's already split at 1 game apiece between the Dodgers and the Brewers. For Game 1, with a fresh set of arms for the Tigers, we're going to have Jordan Balazovic back on the hill. But we are on the road against the best team in the American League this regular season. Tropicana Field, the site for Game 1 of the ALCS, where the Tigers looking to upset the Rays and make their way to the World Series and hopefully pick up another one, first time since 1984. As for the storyline with this one, it is certainly going to be pitching, as the Rays have had a number of impressive records and statistics from their starting pitching this year. Ryan Yarbrough was one of those guys in the regular season. In his one postseason start, though, he was touched up for 5 1/3, 5 hits, 3 walks, and gave up 5 runs over that stretch. But starting things off here, it's Les Dalevsky, gets him swinging. That's the first out. And then it's Nico Goodrum. 1-1 pitch is hit deep to left field, but this ball is going to hook foul and stay in play and be caught for the second out. And now we'll take a look at the Tigers lineup in this one, as it's Dalevsky in center, Goodrum at short, Kohler at first, Aaron Judge in right, Domingo Santana in left, Lawrence Walker will DH, Noisy at third, Davey Grion catching, and Royce Lewis getting the start at second base in this one. Next batter was Bert Kohler. 1-2 pitch to him is just rolled over, handled at first base, and Yarbrough over to cover, step on the bag for the final out of the inning. So good start for Yarbrough. And now we take a look at the starter for the Tigers. It's Jordan Balazovic. he was hit pretty hard in his first start of the postseason, but 5 1/3, just 2 runs allowed over that stretch, but the whip of 1.88 is not very ace-like, although a lot of those were singles, and he was able to keep the ball in the ballpark for the most part to limit damage. First batter is going to lift one into center field, handled by Dulesky, and now we'll take a look at the Rays lineup. It's Whit Merrifield playing second base, Yandy Diaz at third, their stud, Austin Meadows in right, David Peralta in left, Nate Lowe at first, Bishop in center, Andrews at short, Brandon Lowe will DH, and Bo Naylor will do the catching and bat ninth. Now two-way in the inning, it's Austin Meadows caught looking at a beautiful changeup from Balazovic as he sets down the Rays in order in the first. Now on to the second. Aaron Judge, 2-1 pitch, ripped up the middle as he continues to swing a hot bat for the Tigers this postseason, and he is on to start off the inning. Then it's Domingo Santana. 0-2 pitch is a nice changeup down and in. Had him out in front there. That inside changeup sometimes so hard to stay back on. And now with one away, it's Lawrence Walker twisted up on a curve that was in on his hands. That's 2 down. Then Sheldon Noisy chases one in the dirt. And so Yarborough yielded that single to start the inning, but then strikes out the side. And now we head to the bottom of the second. Balazovic back to work. It's a leadoff base hit. That was a problem for him against the Angels in his other start. And here he is again surrendering a base knock. Now a nice play here from Royce Lewis to get the lead runner. That's one away now and brings up Hunter Bishop with a 2-2 count. He is frozen on a fastball up and in. That's the second out of the inning. And second K for Balazovic. Then it's Elvis Andrews. Swinging at the first pitch. Hits a short hop to Kohler, who steps on the bag, and that will end the inning, so we remain scoreless after 2. First batter of the third inning is Davy Grion. He draws a 4-pitch walk, and that will bring up Royce Lewis, but a 1-2 pitch to him. He lifts one deep to right center, but that ball is easily going to hang up long enough to be caught for the first out. Then it's Les Dulesky. Draws a walk there with a full count, and now that's going to make it first and second for Nico Goodrum. 2-2 pitch to him is a cutter that twisted him up, and he's down on strikes for the second out. Then it's Bert Kohler. I don't know how you missed that hanging curve, but that is going to be the final out of the inning as Yarborough is racking up some Ks. Now on to the third. Brandon Lowe starts off the inning, chases one in the dirt. Grion sends that down to first for the first out of the inning, and then with 2 away, it's Whit Merrifield. Chops one over to Kohler, who flips to Balazovic, and that'll end the inning. So we remain scoreless after 3 innings here at Tampa. Aaron Judge going to start things off in the fourth. He got a hanger, and that one is out of here. So their star is getting it done for them in the postseason as he has put them out in front 1-0 on the absolute rocket over the left field wall, 397 feet. Exit velocity of 107 plus miles per hour, and that's a good sign that you've squared that one up pretty darn well. Then Yarborough comes back and walks Domingo Santana. So walks have been an issue, although he has been able to strike out a bunch of guys. Next batter, Lawrence Walker takes one deep to right field, but that's going to be caught for the first out of the inning. Nice running grab there. Then it's Sheldon Noisy, 3-2 pitch. They put Santana in motion, but it's low for another walk. And now first and second, and Davy Grion steps up. He swings through one there for the second out of the inning, but the pitch count is getting up there for Yarborough. Even though he's got 7 Ks, he's approaching 80 pitches in the inning, and then Davy Grion lifts one into left center field that would hang up just long enough to be caught. But the Tigers are out in front 1-0 thanks to the solo shot from Aaron Judge. 1 away now in the fourth. It's Austin Meadows caught looking again, and he is down on strikes. Then it's David Peralta. Slices one into left field, and that's going to give him a 2-out base runner. Next batter taking one back up the middle, and that makes it first and second. And then it's Hunter Bishop. He takes one into left field. Santana tries to make a diving catch. This ball gets by him and goes all the way to the wall. 2 runs are going to score, so the Rays have taken the lead on the 2-out rally and a 2-out RBI double there. And now it's Elvis Andrews watches a ball that's high to make it first and second. Now it's full count. Loads the bases there with another walk. And trouble for Balazovic as Bo Naylor steps in now and takes one past the diving try of Royce Lewis. Another run will score. They will hold the runner at third and not test the arm of Aaron Judge. But now 3-1. And it's up to Whit Merrifield with 2 away. He gets a jam sandwich, just pops that one up. Grion fields it for the final out of the inning, but the damage is done as the Rays respond in their half of the fourth, putting up a 3 spot and taking a 2-run lead as we head to the fifth. Dylan Cease on for the Rays in relief, a long relief guy. Sorry for not showing the cutscene with his statistics, but in any case, he is out there. Retires the first batter. Then Nico Goodrum, taking advantage of the shift here, drops down a bunt and no play there. Then he's going to take off and try and swipe second. Kohler swings through it, and Goodrum is safe and into scoring position. Then Kohler lifts a backdoor slider into center field. That ball was very hittable, but he got under it. That's 2 away. Then Aaron Judge checks his swing. Didn't look like he went, but the first base umpire is going to ring him up, and that will end the inning. So we're halfway through this one, and it is 3-1 Tampa Bay. Starting off, with 1 away in the fifth, it's Austin Meadows, a ground ball to the left side, and he's going to leg that one out for an infield single. Nice try there from Noisy. Next batter is going to immediately hit a ground ball to short. That will be a 6-4-3 double play, and it's 2 for the price of 1 for the Tigers. Now on to the sixth. Cease still out there. He gets Santana swinging there. That's the first out. Then it's Lawrence Walker late on a fastball. He's down on strikes. Then it's Sheldon Noisy going back up the middle with a rocket for a 2-out single. And now Davey Grion tries his luck. That's going to be inside for ball 4 and bring up Royce Lewis with 2 away, and he is going to get late on a fastball here, go down on strikes. So Cease strikes out the side, and we head to the bottom of the sixth, still 3-1. With 2 away, it's Andrews taking one to the right side. Kohler fields and steps on the bag. So we're now through 6 innings, and the Rays lead it by 2. Top of the order due up for the Tigers. Now with 1 away, it's Nico Goodrum. He looks at one high, and he's on with a walk. Then Bert Kohler, first pitch swinging, gets one down the middle, takes it into left field to make it first and second with 1 away, and Aaron Judge stepping into the box. So now the Rays are going to turn to Tyler Duffy out of the bullpen. A veteran right-hander, has pitched well for them this year. So far in 3 appearances in the postseason, he's worked 3 innings and given up 1 earned run. First batter he faces an Aaron Judge. He hits it hard, but right at the third baseman. They go around the horn for the double play to end the inning, and now we head to the stretch with the score 3-1 Rays, and the Tigers running out of opportunities here in the first game of the series. Matthew Boyd going to get a shot out of the bullpen for the Tigers, perhaps thinking if he can just keep them in it and maybe work some innings, they can save some arms in their bullpen and get a chance to look and see how he's throwing here in the postseason in case they need him to make a spot start. Not a good start here, though, as the first pitch looks really good. It is called ball 1, and then later in the at-bat, it's Brandon Lowe taking one into right center field. That ball is going to get down, bounces off the wall, and it's a stand-up double for Lowe to start off the 7th, so not the start that Boyd wanted. Next batter, Bo Naylor. Up the middle, it's going to stay in the infield, though, be recorded for the first out, although the runner now moves to third. Then Gardenhire is going to walk a man intentionally to set up a double play, which is interesting because Yandy Diaz then hits a 1-hop to first, but Kohler comes home with it. The throw is offline. They probably could have gotten 2 there. Instead, they don't get anybody. It's actually rolled a fielder's choice and not an error against Kohler somehow. But in any case, now with the next batter coming up, it's Austin Meadows, rips one right at Sheldon Noisy for a big second out. Then David Peralta swings and misses a slider. So they only get 1 out of it, but that is a big insurance run for the Rays and one that possibly could have been avoided had Kohler just gone to second with that and gone for the double play. Now on to the 8th, it's Diego Castillo, 6'3", 250-pound right-hander, throws some gas, and he is on to try and keep this thing a 3-run lead. First batter he faces is Domingo Santana. That sinker was left over the plate, and he takes it back up the middle for a leadoff single. Now the Tigers going to turn to Kristen Stewart off the bench. 2-2 pitch to him is a nice slider down coming in from the back door, gets him swinging for the first out. Now they're going to turn to the bench again and bring Marwin Gonzalez in to pinch hit for Sheldon Noisy. 3-2 pitch to him is outside for ball 4. So now the tying run will come to the plate with 1 away, and they turn to the bullpen again, bringing in Jose Alvarado. The lefty was rocked in his first appearance of the playoffs. Just went 1/3 of work and allowed 2 earned runs over that stretch. First batter he faces is Grion, pops it up on the infield, not happy with himself, and that's going to be an infield fly roll for the second out. Then Royce Lewis hits this one hard, but right at Whit Merrifield, and the Rays escape danger here in the 8th as we now head to the bottom of the 8th, still 4-1. Boyd staying out there, gets low looking at the changeup for the first out. Then Hunter Bishop swinging at a curve for the second out of the inning, and they would hold him scoreless. Now Colin Poche coming on for the Rays, looking for the save. First batter is Les Dalevsky, works the count full and then is able to hold his swing and draw the walk. Then Nico Goodrum had one to hit there but got under it. That will be the first out, handled in left field. Now Bert Kohler swinging at the first pitch, lifts one into center, hit it pretty well, but right at him, and that is the second out. Now it's Aaron Judge. 1-2 pitch is a fastball down the chute. He hits a rocket into left field that gets over the wall, and now it is a one-run game, a two-run shot from Aaron Judge, his second of the ball game, as he has just put the Tigers on his back, trying to do everything he can to keep them in this. And now it is up to Domingo Santana. 2-1 pitch to him is a fastball up. He chops it to third. That's going to be the final out of the ball game as the Rays hang on to win by a score of 4-3 in this one, as they are now one game up in the series. The pitching got the job done for them, and that run that came across in the 7th inning, where Kohler decided to go to first or go home instead of for the double play, was the difference. Dylan Cease gets player of the game honors, going 2 1/3 out of the bullpen and picking up the win. Jordan Milosevic pitched pretty well but is saddled with the loss, and then Poche, a rocky 9th, but does qualify for the save in this one. Big day for Aaron Judge. He had 3 hits, including 2 home runs and 3 driven in for the Tigers. 7 hits, 8 walks for the Tigers, but 12 strikeouts, a little bit uncharacteristic for them. Nico Goodrum with a stolen base. Again, Milosevic pitched well, 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 walks, 3 earned. Boyd did a pretty good job out of the bullpen, giving them those 2 innings of work, and the 1 earned run probably could have been avoided. So perhaps an option for them out of the bullpen later in the postseason. But in any case, that is going to do it for this episode. Another look at the line score there. But drop a like, hit that subscribe button, comment below, and we will see you all next time.